Good afternoon. In the spirit of Halloween, do you ever find yourself swimming upstream, maybe approaching a situation in business differently than others? In both business and personal life, that can feel really alienating, vulnerable, and scary. So, in the spirit of Halloween, I'm going to talk about fear today. Maybe that in itself, talking about Halloween, is a bit different because the season is over, but different is okay. I'm going to focus on story that is unique to you. So, welcome to Tuesday Tales, a weekly podcast where I introduce the value of storytelling for business. Most weeks, I host a guest and I create a story for them during our live call. But on the odd week, probably about once a month, I offer insights to help you see the benefit of using story in your business. So, back to Halloween. I have this fun spirited daughter with special needs who spent the first maybe 4 years of her school life dressing in costume almost every day. I let her choose her clothes and be her own person right from the start because I could see this creativity in her. She was a big fan of the superhero, so she had costumes ranging from Iron Man to Sporticus from a TV series called Lazy Town that she used to watch. But two things happened in grade 3. She moved to a new school, and there was an autistic child who reacted to her costumes. So we actually had to have her stop wearing them to school. But also something, maybe just awareness, made her connect the horror side to Halloween. The fun disappeared, and she became terribly overwhelmed. She is now 26, and I still have to cover her eyes when we're driving around town if there are scary displays in someone's yard. And worse now, I've noticed there are lighted displays like Christmas, but they're ghosts and vampires. So driving at night is just as bad as the daytime. All this to say, we do things differently at Halloween. We haven't participated in trick or treating for over 20 years. We don't give out candy. We don't watch TV shows. Okay, admittedly, I sneak in the Halloween Baking Championships show when she's not around. But we actually decorated our house for Christmas and watched our first Christmas movie on October 31st. It's a great way to keep my daughter's mind off of that night. She's already stressing over it, pardon me, as soon as the calendar turns from September. Today, as a matter of fact, she was playing Christmas music for about an hour while I was working away on a writing project here in the office. It's absolutely okay that I don't engage with seasonal memes or themes in my business. It just doesn't feel natural when there's no place for it in my social life. Kind of like the Blue Jays. Everyone became excited when they entered the World Series and almost won. It's almost been as long as the last time since we trick-or-treated. But what do you do if you're not into sports? There is this feeling of community and connectedness that, believe me, we all need. It's great to find a way to bring people together. So you feel left out, or maybe you feel like you'll somehow offend or cause a division if you're not riding that wave. Make your own wave. There are ways to connect through story to current events with your own perspective. So I posted about the Jays a few weeks back when they won the ALS. My comment was that I couldn't name a single player on their team. And I saw a picture that came up and showed some new player, don't know who it was, and Joe Carter side by side. 20 years ago, I watched all the games. I knew all the players' names. When I saw that picture of Joe Carter, it just brought back all of these memories. I can still see my family gathered in my living room watching the final game. It was pretty electric. But things changed. I can't swallow $80 million contracts, player strikes, greedy owners, and the crazy ticket prices that they charge poor little old fans. It's not sport. It's business. I feel the same about the NHL. Give me the World Juniors any day. But the rest of that sport empire has lost its flavor for me. So two things happened with that post about the Blue Jays. Number one, I used story to create a social media post from a current event that I didn't even necessarily align with. And number two, I put my own personality into that to draw people to me who align with my values. And those values could be anything from honesty to people not liking sports to people remembering their experience with Joe Carter and his big hit 20 years ago. That's how simple story can be. And I use story for more than just social media posts. I show people how to use strategic storytelling to close sales. I show people how to introduce themselves at networking events with originality using story. And I show people that who is more important than why in your storytelling. I encourage you to embrace what is different about you and your business. Your niche is your success. And if you try to fit in with everyone else in your industry, you'll simply be competing on price. If you declare who you are, you will attract the right people that connect with that. And as for the fear, my biggest message with story is this: you are the only one who can do what you do in the way that you do it. You have to own that. Don't be afraid. You have to create that brand message that tells the world who you are. That's not scary. That's empowering. That is storytelling. And it's what sets you on the path to working with the right people that will truly build your success. If you want to learn more, book a call or start figuring out your story with a free download called My Story Bio. You can find the links in my bio. And I look forward to seeing you again next week when I will be highlighting a guest on the show.